Hi everyone, this is Judy, and today I'm going to share some projects that I made with the Big Shot Plus. It's a shape cutter and embossing machine, and I'm going to show you one of the die cuts that came with the machine and what I cut out with it. This is one that came with the starter kit, the starter kit inside the box, and it cuts these kind of shapes. These shapes here, it cuts a flower, a large flower, a smaller flower, and these are the flower centers. Wait, the flower centers are here, them little round circles. And this is the shapes that it cuts. These are the shape, cuts of butterflies, flowers, and hearts. And I'll show you how it cut out. And I cut this out with fabric, denim. I'll cut all these shapes here out with denim. So that's that one. And this is one that comes with the machine. It's a starter one. Okay, so I'll show you all the ones I cut out. Here's the butterflies that I cut out, and this is denim. I cut these fabric denim butterflies out. That's fabric. They cut out nice. They're all nicely cut out. These can be applied to a t-shirt. You can make it into a patch and put it on a t-shirt, or you can use your machine and sew it on there. And there's two kinds of heat and bond that you should use. If you're going to sew it on with your machine, you would need this kind. This is the light. This is to sew these on with the machine. This is what you put on the back of here, and then you sew it around with your machine. Now this kind here, this is called sewable heat bond on adhesive, and this is the light one. This is going to sew around the edges when you put it on your t-shirt. And then there's another heat bond, ultra hold, and this is great for fabric to make patches for denim, leather, suede, and appliques. This is no sew. So you just take your yarn and you yarn it on. You yarn this on your appliques here, and then you just take your yarn and it adheres. It's a permanent adhere to the fabric. This here you don't have to sew around your applique. You just take your yarn. So that's the two kinds that you would use if you're going to use this to put on. If you're going to use these die cuts to put on your a t-shirt or jeans or whatever, you can use this kind if you don't want to sew. And then if you want to sew around the edge of it, you would have to use this kind here. Okay, so we got that. So this die here, like I said, cuts the butterflies. It cuts flowers, and I cut a lot of these. It cuts 8 at a time, so it cuts 8 layers at a time, so you can get 8 flowers cut out at one time and 8 butterflies cut out at one time. All you have to do is put 8 pieces of fabric the size of this on here and just run it through here, and it cuts it out for you. And this is the smaller flower. And this is hearts, and it cuts out a little smaller heart like these here. So these are tiny bit smaller. I'll show you the difference in them. They're a little bit smaller. You can't really tell, but these are smaller hearts than these here. See the difference in it? They're a little bit smaller. So that one cuts out hearts. And it cuts out, I guess this would be like a leaf or something. It also cuts out these. It cuts out these here. And I cut out a lot of these. So I got some of these cut out. And this cuts out this supposed to be this supposed to be the center of the flower. So if you were going to use this for the center of your flower, you would want to cut that out in a different color. You would want to do it the same color, because you really can't tell if it's going to be the same color. It cuts out in a larger circle, and then it cuts out smaller ones. I guess that would be for the smaller one here. Okay, so that's what cuts out on this one here. All these here. This is the one that comes with the machine. If you get it at Walmart, it's a starter. It's a shape. It's a big Sizzix Big Shot Plus shape cutting and embossing starter kit. So that's where this came from. Okay, so all these were cut out and put these up. I don't know what I'm going to do with them right yet, but at least I got a lot cut out for now. Okay, I got those. And I'll show you a couple other projects that I made with the other plates that I have. I mean, not plates, but the die cuts. On this die cut here, the bird patch one, it's a big Z, it's a thick one. It's the thick die cut like the one I showed you. And this is the bird patch. And this is what I did with this one. I just put it on a piece of fabric. I probably maybe sew these together or something. So that's how I did this one. And I got another one over here that I put on there. I just cut out two different ones, and then I just mixed the feathers on the bird and stuff. And this is another one that I cut out. And I heard it. I didn't sew around it. I used the one where it would be a patch where you just iron it on. So you put this on the back of the bird, and then you just iron it on like a patch. So that's how I did this. So I had to use this to put it on here, because I didn't sew around this one. So you can use this brand, because this is ultra hold and you didn't have to sew around this one. So that's what I use for this. And this is called the Patchwork Bird. And I haven't finished this yet, because I still got a couple. I don't know if I sew it together or what I'm going to do with it. So I did that one, and I did this one. They're pretty. These are real pretty, and they cut out real good. So this is this Big Z bird patch. It's nice if you like birds and you want to put it like on a couple projects. So that's a good one. Okay. And I got another one that I cut out. Okay, this one here, this is the Sizzix Big L. This is a bigger one that I showed you yesterday. I said I was going to show a couple projects. And this is the one that cuts it makes a blanket quick and easy blanket, rag blanket. So I'll show you what I did with this one. I got a little small project that I made, and I made this and sewed them all together right here. That's what I made. I used this to cut out all these little squares, and then I sewed them all together, and I put batting or baiting in the middle of it, and I made it into like a little pattern. Let me see where I made it at. I'm going around, I forgot where the pouch part is. I made it into like a little pouch. See how I made it like a little pouch up here? I doubled it and I put this on this side and on that side, and then I made it into a little pouch. I can fill it with some goodies and give to somebody. So that's how I made this one, and that's real pretty. And I just sewed it together. I made it with, this is the one I used. And I think Sizzix might not be making this one. My husband got this at Walmart. They still have it, but I don't think Sizzix has it on their website. I think this one's going to be discontinued. But I wanted to get it before it was gone, because I really like what you can do with it. And if you want to, you can make these and make just one square, and you can make it into a cup coaster, a rag cup coaster, where you can put your, you know, like your coffee cups on it. If you don't want to make a rag quilt. But I really like this one. I like the material. All this material here that I used came from Walmart. And that's how I made this. This is called Rag Quilt 3-inch Finish Big L fabric cut and dye. And that's really, really pretty. That's what I made this one with. Isn't that pretty? This little pouch. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah. I'm going to fill it up with some stuff. So it's like a little pouch I made. Isn't that a pretty one? I'll get a close up. Yep, that's a pretty one. Yep, see how pretty it is? Okay, so I made that one. I think I've got one more to show you. And with this one here, this Big Z fabric dye cut. It only don't cut out fabric, it can cut out others like leather and all that. It can cut out vinyl and felt. Cuts out a lot more stuff. So this just don't do fabric and cut out paper. Okay, so this one here, I made a t-shirt for my daughter. And this is how I did this one, because I used the same material. This is a t-shirt. See, it's a t-shirt. I made a white t-shirt because she likes to wear a lot of white. And that's how I did this one. So this is a t-shirt. And I just cut it out like this, and that's the sloth on there. I just put two of them. Got hairs on it. But yeah, that's how I did this one. Isn't that a pretty one? And then this was done with, I made this, I used this here because I didn't sew around the edge. So if you're going to make it like a patch, you can use the no sew Heat and Bond Ultra, where you just put this on the back and it turns it into a patch, and you just take your yarn and iron it on there, and it's permanent, so it shouldn't come off. That's if you don't like to sew around your appliques. So this is the one I use, and this is this here, but you can also use different colors for this. But this is the color I had from when I was doing the bird, and I didn't want to waste the fabric, so I just used some of that fabric for this. And that's how I made this one. So it cuts them out really nice. I'll get a close-up of it. It cuts them out really nice, like this machine, and I really like it. And it cuts through leather. And yeah, this is one of the nicest machine die cutting machine that I got that don't run off electric. You just turn the handle and run it right on through, and that's this one here, and it's the sloth one. So I hope that you like all my items that I've shown you, and I'll be coming back with a few cards and whatever, because this is my fabric projects share, and then I'll be coming back with some cards that I made, and maybe the other die cuts that came with the machine. I'll create the box and the butterflies. You can check out the video, the Sizzix video before this one, where I was showing all the stuff that I had received. Check out that video if you want to see all that. It's the video before this one, and that's about it. And this is a really nice machine. Like I said, this holds a 8.5. You can run an 8.5 by 8.5 by 11 inch paper in here. It's pretty wide, and it does take up a lot of room on your table, and I really like it. So like I said, this is one project I made here. This is one. So I've been really getting busy with it. And this one is this die cut here. And this is the rag quilt one. That's what made this pouch. So make sure you check them out. And for this die cut here is the and this one's called the patchwork bird, and that's how I did this one here. How I cut that one out, and that's there. Hope you like them, because they're really pretty and it's really easy to use this machine. And I have a couple more other ones that I'll have to play around and make something with, and I'll come back and show you all, or maybe I'll come back and show you when I'm cutting them out, whatever. But it's pretty nice. It's a pretty nice machine. It's a Big Shot Plus. It's a Sizzix Big Shot Plus, shape cutting and embossing. This was a starter machine. It comes with a lot of stuff just so you can start making stuff. Comes with some die cuts, and it comes with the plates and all. You have to check the video before this one, and it shows you all what it comes with. But I already made a video on that, and this video was what I cut out my project shares, because I said I was gonna come back with a project share, and this is what I did a lot of fabric project shares. I hope you really like it. If you haven't already done so, subscribe if you want. Have a blessed day. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.